Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, it is a wild scene here down on the field. The home coach has told me pregame this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. And not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, and he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Takes the handoff. It's Ives. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Under fire. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get in the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Finding an escape route. Makes it past the marker. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the move. Maybe some room here. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, it will take off and run. It has the speed to make you pay. It just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Offense in a bunch formation. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Throws for the tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
Here's a little room there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. The sure hands, it's Barney. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Huskers! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's Julian saying to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Running inside, it's Jackson. Picks up the first down. There he goes. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Play fake, Ncaa27. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
Ncaa27 from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
QB draw. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The run inside. It's Jackson. Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Now here's Ncaa27. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make great. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw. It's Calandria. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lined up in the gun on third down, Ncaa throwing right. Got the tight end outside. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And I tell you what, these big-bodied tight ends that can catch the football in the corner routes, it doesn't have to be a perfect throw. Usually you got littler guys, it's hard. You got to put the ball more on the money. But this big dude can just go up and get it. You just throw it near the sidelines. He'll do the rest.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him fear the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Ncaa back to the air. Complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ncaa fires to the tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Ncaa from the gun on 3rd down. Got the quick pass. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Might have a chance, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Might be changing the route. To throw, it's Calandria. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Say it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ives. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kick is in the air. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Throw it. Say it. Working that wide receiver screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Scanning the field, it's Calandria. Got his man on the right. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Finds the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Huskers looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the move, he fires. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. Running inside. It's Jackson. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost 0 margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Toledo taking on the Bowling Green Falcons. And it's the Rockets able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense
makes the catch, and he's free. Touchdown, Buckeye! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they did tack on the extra point. On the move from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again.
Got a little grass. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper. But they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Moving out to the right. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Looking left. A spectacular one-hand grab. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A shot toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
You're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep fighting him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Smith. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Stumbled to the ground.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And we're not used to seeing this from this offense. This offense usually clips at a really high level on third down. They execute well. Tip your cap to... They won that battle.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Fourth down, Ncaa unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Ncaa throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one up.
The run inside. It's Jackson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
It's complete on the right side. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Here's Julian Ncaa to throw. The quick out. Past the 40. Smashes ahead. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Quickly complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field.
There's a crease. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes. Like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
But when you get down here inside the red zone, you got to be able to run the football. And it's one thing to do it conventionally, but I like the idea of mixing it up and trying to go jet sweep.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Here's Sayin to throw. Into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Man, I hope the kicker's okay after that penalty. You got to worry about protecting them when they're on that plant leg.
Set to kick off.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for space. It's Ives. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Looking down the middle. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Motion from the back. Say it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the beatdown has ensued. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
Number 96, set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening.
The return is tackled down at the 27, and the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Final play of the quarter coming. Throwing, say it. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.